The world's most famous powerboat race, the 170-mile Cowes-Torquay Cowes, had its traditional bank holiday place in this year's calendar, and the petrol heads arrived in Cowes for the weekend. 60 boats competed on Saturday, when 21 went off to Torquay and back, while the rest, including the 19 Honda Formula 4-stroke boats, raced once around Poole Bay and back to Cowes. The start was delayed and didn't follow the published plan, but that's not unusual for the powerboat boys. And the race proved to be a tough one, with just 13 of the Cowes-Torquay starters able to complete the race. Ocean Dragon ran into difficulties in Poole Bay and sank, but the crew were rescued. Approaching the finish back at Cowes, the Round Britain record holder Hot Lemon was leading, but they were to be pipped at the post by just seconds by the veteran raceboat Cinzano 558, as wetpunk.com ran out of fuel in sight of the finish.
It was a good run, going down, certainly out through Bridge and round, across Bournemouth Bay or Poole Bay. It was challenging, I think the usual word is, extremely so, but this boat is just fabulous in rough water. In smooth water, many boats are faster, as our good friends there found in the finish, but in rough water, she's a fabulous boat, and she's wonderful to drive in rough water. And Dave knows how to drive in rough water. And it actually got pretty rough coming back as well. Once we got halfway across Lyme Bay, heading back, the seas started to build, and coming through Bournemouth Bay and past Hengistbury, oh, they were certainly 2 metres at least, and running with them. It's sometimes more dangerous running with big seas than going into them.
So did you get caught before the line?
Yes, we did. We were 0.4 of a mile from the line. Our friends in Cinzano just eased past, cruised past us. But as I say, we're a rough water boat. And there we are. It's a good race. No, they did really well, those guys, and all credit to them. And congratulations to our friend. Well done.
It's
Excellent.
Unfair that we took you in the last metre. It's unfair.
Not at all.
Because we had just a faster boat.
You got the faster boat, and that's fine.
We had a very good fight with... sorry. We had a very good fight with the Bootsy Rib, because they turned from inside.
Yes.
I saw this rooster tail there. I saw a boat. I said, this can't be the one, it can't be Hannes. He must be long since gone. And then we went side by side, or that Poole Bay.
We were watching you.
And then we turned round Hurst Castle side by side again, and I squeezed out whatever I could. We went up to 77 knots. The boat was a bit like this, you know.
Really?
And then we saw a yellow boat in front. We said, why is there a yellow boat in front?
So how do you feel having won?
It's unbelievable. You see, first race we sank last year in Lyme Bay. That was on the Round Britain. Second race, we were last over the line with 20 boats. And, well, we became the fourth sort of, this funny one, you know, it's not special. Then the race after was number 2, and this race number 1. Unfortunately, now we're off, there's nothing more to do.
So you're giving up now?
Yes, probably. Done it all. And they can win again.
What makes this race special?
Well, I think tradition is the first thing. You can't beat that long history. I was entitled to sleep in the Royal Yacht Squadron, which is to a foreign person running around there, seeing all this silver and whatever. Yes, it's living history, and you don't find it anywhere else in the world, nowhere. So this race is the peak of all, and we've done it in a 30-year-old boat. Well, the engines are new, but the boat is bloody old. It's a tin boat. You can see it's built like the old Messerschmitts or Spitfires. No, Spitfires were of wood, but it looks a bit like it. But we still did it.
And what did you feel coming up to the line when you saw the yellow boat ahead?
Yes, well, we were just fighting this other boat, which should have been faster, the brand new Bootsy with 600 horsepower diesels and whatever, and was a very, very experienced crew on board. But they took the wrong propellers, poor lads. The boat was too new, they didn't have the right propellers. And then coming into the Solent, and we trimmed out and did whatever the boat could do. So 77 knots was on the GPS. And then I saw a yellow thing in front of me with some sort of a bit of half rooster or whatever. I said, where does another race boat come from? There can't be anybody in front of that Bootsy thing. But it was Mr. Deacon. And the poor lad was overtaken seconds before the finish. Seconds only. And he could do nothing about it. He could have sent a torpedo or whatever, but nothing else. Because he just doesn't have the speed.
In the Poole Bay race, it was Ian Sterling and Alex Watson who took the win in Class 3C.
So how was your race?
Hard, very hard. We went out there with a mission. We only had to virtually cross the start line to secure the national championship. So we'd set off with a plan. There was 2 other boats out there that had got nothing to lose today. We just wanted to go out and finish. So we thought we'd just see what conditions were like. We went down the Solent towards Hurst Point. It didn't seem too bad, so we kept a reasonable pace and kept the lead boat in front of us. We were lying second at the time. And then when we got out to Hurst Point and it started getting really big, the boat that was leading, he pulled out. He got a problem. So we took the lead, and when we got to Bridge Buoy, it was just mountainous out there, and we spent most of the time looking at the sky, which wasn't very pleasant. We got very wet, took a lot of water in. But once we got around that one and we started getting into Poole Bay, then it was backing off a bit, and we were able to get up on top of it then, and we started having a real good battle. And Brian in C13 had got past us in the real lumpy stuff, so it was like neck and neck, the 2 of us across Poole Bay, which was really good fun, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Cliff Smith spat out of hell was the V24 winner, while brothers Chris and Nick Dodge in Smoking Aces took second in the sports boat fleet behind the Bandit.
And who drives, who navigates?
I'm the driver and navigator, and that's the throttle man. So you see either or really, so we share it between 2 of us.
And how much do you enjoy racing out of cows?
Oh, fantastic. It's a beautiful spot.
Great venue. Super
Fantastic venue.
Lovely historic place to come to. It's been going on here forever, so it's just
It is great to be part of, although we haven't done Cowes Torquay as such, the other guys are on their way back now, but just to be part of the race is fantastic. It's great to be here and be part of it.
The oldest competitor, at 70 years old, was Sir Robin Knox-Johnston, who was racing with his radio co-host, Shelley Jory, and they took 4th in the Cowes Torquay Cows and accumulated a few bruises.
Shelley, Robin, it was fairly rough out there, wasn't it? How was it?
Yes, you could say that. It was well bumpy. We sort of went up through the Solent to the Needles flat out. We thought, oh, this is great, you know, we're doing really well. And then I think sort of turning the Needles at Bridge, and it was just boof. And then it was just pound it all the way to Torquay, I'm afraid. But a great experience for the master.
So, Robin, what's it like navigating a powerboat at speed compared with a sailing boat?
That's not the problem. I just couldn't understand some of the boats going deliberately out into the rough stuff. You know, I thought it was my job to keep Shelley on track and also look for where it might be a little calmer, where we could get more speed out the boat. And
well, you actually called a fantastic shot, because where were we rounding, and where they went across and we went in?
Oh, that was from St Albans into Portland.
Yeah, and Robin said, no, I'm going to take you inshore a bit. He took us inshore, and as we were going round inshore a little bit, in slightly calmer waters, he didn't quite find the flat, but slightly calmer, that we overtook a boat who was struggling across, and Robin said, 1 down. So that was a really good move. So he's got the whole art of tactical powerboat racing down to a fine tee.
We got the art of surviving the bashes, though.
Any bruises?
Yes, I'm going to have some bruises. Yeah, but you know, it was a great experience. We had a great team on board. I have to say, it was a really nice team. Shelley driving, Ben on the throttles, and it was just a very happy group. And I thought it was great fun.
So would you do it again?
Oh, I'll be here next year as a spectator.
I guess that's a no then. Can we still do radio together?
Of course we can.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes.
And you did.
That's it for this week. Join us next week for news of Rorke's Cherbourg race, the Etchells Bedrock Trophy, and the next round of the Cowes Keelboat Solent Series.